Anna Freeman Hachu Ashuka Lamar. Let's see if let me give it a few more and see what's happening here. Okay, I got it. All right, so honor to everyone that's watching, honor to everyone that's joining the chat. All right, good. Michi Butterfly, peace. Peace to you. Off the Choctaw Apache of Louisiana and Texas. All right, honor, brother, honor. Star Vision, Chicago's Fire Spitting Serpent, Feathered Sun. All right, I was gonna do the live on the chemtrails, but that's gonna be tomorrow. I am gonna do the live on Big Pharma, which is right now. Let me also state again, this is a God-given freedom of speech platform. All right. For those who are YouTubers or content creators or have a YouTube channel, you notice that you're being forced against your will to sign on a contract to take away your freedom of speech by the self critiquing mode that they have now, where but anyway, that's besides the point. We're going to get into this, but here's what I really wanted to touch on before we start. There's a lot of backfighting, infighting within the community. And I notice a pattern every time there is to be peace within the community, something goes astray and everyone is fighting each other again. I don't know if it's moles, a mole, agents, I don't know, or just straight jealousy of each other. But if you're not getting what's happening right here, right now in front of you, and all you could do is fight your fellow man and woman, I'm telling you, I've warned you for years and I have not been wrong yet. I'm telling you, you're going to feel what's going to come and you're going to wish that you guys were getting along. This is more than just big pharmaceutical. This is more than just about vaccines. Okay? You're not getting what's happening here. And some of y'all will say, yes, I get it. But then you say you get it and you go back on what you think you got and you start fighting again with each other. If that's where you're going to put your energy into, that's on you. Okay? And then some of y'all are out there trying to convince others to go against this other person because you have some form of personal issue with he or she. What are we? Are we in kindergarten here? What's going on? Okay, so it's like, what are y'all doing? Do you know how many people you have out here watching you? And I'm not talking about folks that from other communities or folks from the corporation that want to see you fail. I'm talking about loved ones that sit down with their children and watches your platforms. Hmm? You are the ones shaping the next generation to come and helping parents come into the knowledge to shape the next generation to come. Because God knows the millennials generation dropped the goddamn ball. Period. This is just my advice to you guys, man. They can't be that much or that type of beef in the world where you get up every single day plotting on how to take down each other. It can't be that serious. If it was that serious, y'all would have seen each other on the streets. Period. Stop it. Cut it out. You don't you don't see me here. You don't see me here going at everybody that I had issues with. And there's been plenty. And Lord knows I can, but I choose not to because there's a bigger picture at hand. And you guys can't say you get it. Sit here and say, yeah, I get it. I get it. I get what's going on. And you turn around and you're still tearing down. Look, if you came into this to click up, to start a team, and then this team versus that team, or you are part of certain organizations and you're still pushing the agenda of your organization, or you get offended when someone drops information about your organization, it doesn't mean to go at the person dropping the information, trying to tear them down, trying to put their lives in danger. If you feel the information is not right, then you produce your information to show them to be wrong. If your information cannot debunk their information, then their information is superior to yours, and you just have to live with that. Your beef, your strife should be with the ones who's the organization you have been a part of that has been misleading you for years. Instead, you turn it towards the one that's showing you certain information. You're not looking into it, but you're jumping on he or she to rip them apart, to put their families in danger. And then you turn around and say, but the white man and the Chinese man is doing this to us. You're doing it to your goddamn self right now. A lot of y'all have not learned from the mistake of your ancestors, and you're repeating it. And because you're repeating it, you're doomed. You're destined to fail. You want to break generational curses, and you're still doing what your ancestors did against each other. I'm watching something beautiful take place in Africa right now. And it's the young ones out there because they're still culturally intact, leading that charge. And I'm watching them put these foreigners on their lands in their place. When they see their fellow countrymen and women in the foreigner's land being mistreated. This whole virus thing, all of this, Brother Sly touched on it. He did a live the other day. He broke it down exact. And they flagged his live and deleted it off of YouTube hours later, not the next day. Actually, not even hours later. As soon as he finished the live and he said, peace, y'all, and you went to go play the video, play the live back, it said YouTube took down this video. Okay? Because he pointed out what you're now into and what is now coming is the new caste system. And you have to pay attention to the ones who are trying to confiscate lands in the islands, who are confiscating lands on the mainland, who have been buying up surety bonds, which is your birth certificates. Who have been buying up all these instruments, these security instruments? The Hindus, the Chinese, the Russians. Pay attention. Look at their countries. Have you, in the past 20 years, 30 years, seen them show China and show a Negro looking Chinese? Be real. Be honest with yourself. And it will be asinine because you feel like your goddamn sister or your brother impregnated one of them or got pregnant by one of them, that they all good guys. We saw the museum exhibit of them showing dark-skinned people to be related to monkeys. This is something that has been taught generationally to them. There is no getting rid of it overnight. It took hundreds, thousands of years to teach that to them. It's going to take the same amount of time to undo some of this stuff. So if you think now is the time that it's going to happen, it's not going to happen. That's for those who feel a way when you drop certain information about what's going on in China or how the Chinese people, majority of them, view melanated people, and you get butthurt because your cousin might be half mixed, or your sister might be half mixed, or your brother might be half mixed, right? Or Caucasian people because they might be half mixed. There is no hatred of these people, but you have to point out and show the wrongdoing that they are doing to other ethnic groups out there, especially yours. Because everywhere they go, they implement a caste system to where the system is set that they have the advantage over you at all times. And there is not, it's battle of survival. They have survival instincts. You don't. You have, can we all just get along? Let's mix in instincts. While they're mixing in, but they're mixing in and dominating. You're mixing in and you're submitting. They're the top and you're the bottom. No pun intended. So the time you're sitting here fighting against each other, that energy that you took into fighting each other, you could have been building. You're your own stumbling block. Right? Like, cut it out. This is crazy to me. My channel has been around for what, 5 years? 5, 6 years now? And it's nothing changed. The same people fighting each other is the same people fighting each other still today. And then going to try to look at folks out there and tell them, oh, this is what you need to do. And you're not doing what you're telling the people to do. Like I said, me personally, I would no longer use my platform to go against any brothers and sisters out there. I don't care what community you're from. Even if you're from the pro-black community, I don't care. I will not do it. It's not going to happen because I know the times that we're in right now. And I know what's going on. And for the ones out there who, because you're a part of certain organizations, you've been put into the community to try to tear it down, the karma that's going to come back on you, the karma that's going to come back on you and your generations to come. That's all I got to say. Right? Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to close this out right here, and I'm going to restart back another live right after, because I don't want, and I'm going to change the title of this live. And I'm just going to restart back another live right after. And the live that I'm going to restart back is going to be about big pharmaceutical, okay? And the subsidiaries of the CDC, all right? But what are y'all doing? Right? Stop fighting each other, man. Stop fighting each other. Like, what do we got to do here? Do we have to do one mega online council of everyone that's fighting each other? What is it? What do we have to do? Hmm? To squash this shit. What do we got to do to squash all of this? Men shouldn't be going at women in this community, and the woman shouldn't be going at the men in this community. That's what you call segregation. And you ever heard divided we fall? Hmm? Like, I don't know. I don't know what to say to y'all. But for those who have ears, let them hear. For those who have ears, let them listen. For those who have eyes, let them see. And for those who the message shall reach, let it reach them. Some will get it, some won't get it. Okay? And that's what it is. All right? Who's this? Your hopes for peace is futile. Beef will not end. Get over it. Yeah, you're out of here. Ignoring the beef would be a better option because I assure you it will not change. Okay. I could see with that. I've done that. I've ignored people and I still continue to ignore people because it's a matter of will. Will you let someone pull you out in a negative space or will you continue on a positive space that you have created for yourself? Hmm? But to say the beef will not end, maybe the beef won't end with some, but I'm sure some will make peace amongst each other. You don't have to love me. You don't have to come and sit down at my dinner table. But there has to be some form of an accord, like how you see other ethnic groups get on a code with each other and settle their differences behind the scene. Okay? Period. If you're showing division in the public's eye, then those who you deem as some folks out there say they're enemies or they're adversaries or so on and so, then they'll see weakness. And like wolves or lions or a predator, when they sense weakness, they're going to prey on it and turn it to their advantage. Period. Another problem with us is we are quick to assume the worst on each other. And at times you're very much so wrong. And we are quick to be jealous of each other if we think each other have certain things that the other don't. And we take that, what we say back home, bad mindedness, and we lash out on each other, tear down each other. And from that comes a ripple effect. Okay? From that comes a ripple effect. It doesn't, at the time, at this point, it doesn't matter who started what. It's who can come to the table and be the bigger man and be the bigger woman and say enough is enough. Where can we come at a mutual understanding? Period. That's it. It doesn't take away from your manhood. It doesn't take away from your womanhood. Where can we come to at a mutual understanding? Where can we squash this? Or what can we do to move on from this? And sometimes you have the most grown folks in the background fanning pouring fumes on the flame. Which is crazy to me. Or you your sister's keeper, or you your brother's keeper. And then understand what that really and truly means. Okay? If you're indigene, be indigene. If you are here to be a separatist, then this is not for you. Right? Then you know who to stay away from. And if you know who to stay away from, no matter what it is that they throw out there, stop catching it. Drop that ball. Kick that shit to the side, turn your back on it, and walk away. Stay on your platform and do what it is that you do. You don't got to answer back nobody's negativity. Let them be the only combative one out there. And you focus on what it is that you have to focus on. Because what anyone needs today is to see you bickering and fighting amongst each other. The amount of people that look towards our platforms for encouragement, for strength, you'll be surprised. And when you're doing this out there in the public's eye in front of them, you're tearing them down. There's people that when they first started realizing, oh shit, I'm not African American, oh shit, they wanted to kill themselves. I know, I was receiving the emails. And because our platforms kept pushing the information and kept explaining it, and we started simplifying it and breaking it down to show them how important they are, not just to this hemisphere, but to the entire world, it instilled back some confidence back inside of them. So, do you know what you're doing when you are fighting like this amongst each other out in the public's eye to these people? To their children? To the young ones that's watching you? But some folks don't care though, because some folks is just in it for a quick check or grab bag. I came in this realm one way, and I'm gonna leave this realm one way. And nothing the same way I came in, bare skin naked. The same way I'm going out, with none of this materialistic shit. None of it. Just my soul. Period. Like, there has to be some form of morality here. There has to be some form of morality here. And some of us are so intelligent, or because we know so and so amount of information, that we feel we're always right on everything. You're not always right on everything. Or you feel you can judge a person, and sometimes you're wrong. Sometimes we have folks whispering in our ears, the serpent in your ears, slithering, telling you all the wrong shit, and you're falling for it. Wake up, man. You are your own downfall. You just give who you deem your enemies or your adversaries the tools to further tear you down because of how divided you are. Okay? Period. Even if they don't want to admit that they're wrong publicly, right? You can still reach out to those who you've been having issues with and do it in the private. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? It's been many times though. See, everyone is different. It's been many times that if I feel I was wrong about something, I come straight out in the public's eye and I just put it out there. And I apologize and I keep it moving. That's it. It doesn't take away from anything. It doesn't take away from you. It really doesn't. It just builds more respect for you. It builds more respect for you. The moral of this story, what have I don't know, you tell me, brother, what have you learned? What have you learned in what's going on in life in general? What have you learned? And I'm not saying everybody's going to be united. I'm not saying everybody's going to be united. It's not going to happen, and that's just be honest. But it seems like there's more division out there than there's unification. It has to be real. I'm man enough to say, even from some of the ones that I've had issues with, that I've learned stuff from them. And I put it out there. That they've showed me stuff. And I put it out there. Have no ill will, no beef, no animosity towards anyone. And I keep it moving. You see what I'm saying? Just keep it moving. Why are you guys so stuck on trying to show the negatives in each other? The information will speak for itself and show who's who. That's it. All right, y'all. Anyway, y'all, I'm gonna shut this out and start the live. All right. So just give me 2 minutes. I'm gonna shut this down. I'm gonna retitle it because it was supposed to be the live on Big Pharma, and I'm gonna shut this one down right here and restart back the live on Big Pharma. Okay. So this is what it is. All right. So again, we say peace. We say unity. We say love. All right. If you can't get along, just separate from each other then. But stop tearing down each other out there in the public's eye. Only thing you're doing is killing morality. Okay? That's all you're doing. You're not doing anyone out there any good by doing that shit. All right, see you guys in 2 minutes.